So color me surprised that we are back here in such a short amount of time.
I know.
It just turned out it just fit right into our trip. So we are back at Dorney Park. And we're standing in just the right spot for all those trees to cover the marquee. So, oh well. It was raining really hard just an hour ago. So hopefully rain flushed out the chumps.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make our way through the security clearance here and back into the park, which was one of our favorites from last year.
It was.
I'm excited to be here. Having been out here once before, we decided that we'd start at the back of the park. And Caitlin's favorite ride ever, Steer Furs.
I don't know if I'd say ever, but it's fun.
It is a fun ride. So I was reading earlier today, this hill is 220 feet. It is, I think I'm sure we mentioned this in the last one, it's a Morgan Hyper, and a nice smooth ride. Good stuff.
Cadillac of trains.
That's right, huge trains with lots of comfortable room.
Yes.
Too bad most manufacturers don't follow that same model. Although, if you look over here, you'll see that their claw flat ride is still, oh well, it's not swinging so high anymore. It's still flying despite the recent tragic situation out in Ohio where the ride broke and someone lost their life on it. So I suppose that they ran another test on it and said it was good to go. I think it's important to remember that most rides, especially the established theme park rides, are very well cared for and most definitely receive the utmost and most strenuous.
That was a fair situation, so it was a ride that traveled around the country.
That's right.
So anyway.
But hey, check it out. Look at all these empty carts on here.
Steer Furs.
Let's go right.
Let's go.
As assessed the first time that we came here, what a fun ride. So it was a little bit rougher this time, you said?
I think so. It's also a lot cooler this time.
It is cooler this time. I actually have to say I kind of remember it being a little bit rougher than it was this time, but then again, the last time we rode it in the back.
Yeah.
We rode it in the front the very first time.
It's still fun.
Yeah, it's a fun ride.
There's no butt contact in a lot of spaces.
Yeah.
And that helix down at the end, I forgot about that.
There's a
It's huge.
You hear a lot of people call this steel forceless, and I don't think that's warranted at all. This is a fun ride.
Yeah. It's not, it doesn't like jerk you around like some rides do.
No.
It's a nice, it's a nice float in the breeze. Like
It is, yeah. I mean, is there a lot of ejector air on this? No, there's not. But the seats are comfortable. There's plenty of room on them. And Caitlin almost went to sleep.
Yeah. Sorry guys, we just woke up from a nap, so
all right.
Not quite with it. Right?
Let's go see if we can get you a couple new credits.
Okay.
We came across this bridge over here, a bridge that we did not cross the last time we were here, or rather, a bridge we didn't cross over the last time we were here.
Okay.
Down here you can see the tracks for the Zephyr Railroad, which I think was probably my favorite experience.
Go back and watch that video because our reactions are pretty funny. We don't make our friends watch our videos, but we make them watch that part of that video because it's funny.
Yeah, it's. I really do think that was probably certainly the most unique experience here at Dorney is the Zephyr Railroad. I highly recommend that you give it a try when you come here.
Hopefully they've greased the tracks since last year.
The sound of metal clanging on metal. Week, week, week. Yeah. Not clanging either, grinding.
Grinding,
right?
yeah. There's baby ducks over there too. Yeah.
There are. There's big ducks over here.
Oh, they're going under.
There they are. Little baby ducks. Mac, mac. So the two credits that we're looking to get Caitlin is Possessed, which you're looking at right now. An impulse coaster that I can tell you right now I'm too fat to ride. And then Stinger, which is an inverted Vekoma boomerang roller coaster, which I may or may not be too fat to ride.
You rode it last year.
I rode it last year, so I've got the credit on this one. And Possessed was not functioning last year when we were here, but it's exactly the same as Wicked Twister. And I'm pretty sure that we got ourselves onto, I got onto the seat even though it was down last year, and I couldn't fit in it.
Yeah.
I think I remember that pretty clearly. I think I remember it clearly.
But he's not sure.
So,
he remembers it clearly.
Let's go check out Stinger. Ready to get knocked around a little bit?
Yeah.
It'll wake you up.
Fucking boomerang.
That's right. This is your favorite manufacturer.
I've
Vekoma.
never ridden an inverted.
Well, we'll get your reaction from it here afterwards. All right. By the way, this is the ride last year when I rode it. The ride attendant, unprovoked, came up to me and said, "The best advice I can give you is," and you know when they say that, you're like, oh boy. And what she said was, "The best advice I can give you is lean your head forward so that it doesn't bang around a lot." I did that. It was all right. It really wasn't that bad.
Lean your head forward?
Yeah, lean your head forward.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was forward or back.
Yeah, don't. Or no, that's not what she said. I remember. She said lean it to one side, so that it keeps up against the headrest on the side. That's what she said.
Okay.
Here we go. Gave Caitlin a moment to compose herself while I took some pictures. What'd you think, Liz?
Here's the thing about Vekoma. Fuck them.
Go on.
It was fine. It wasn't that bad.
It really wasn't that bad.
I did see stars coming down the second
Yeah,
loop.
let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, definite moment.
So I'll say that I squeezed right in. Actually, without any real problem, I was able to lock it down on myself. So for you fatties out there who are wondering about whether you'll fit into this inverted ride, you will.
Yeah. It was alright.
So I'm approaching about a 50-inch chest right now, so that's where I am in life.
I am not, but
nope.
I'm not gonna ride that again ever, but here we are.
Ever? You say ever. If we ever come back here.
I don't anticipate riding it again.
Now.
Unless they repaint it and change its name like Carolina Cobra.
So let's talk about this force where she was feeling that seeing stars. So obviously you know how boomerangs work. You get pulled up, you go through the Cobra roll, then you go through the loop. Well, in order to get you through that Cobra roll on the back turn, here they come. You have to get enough potential energy, of course, to get through the whole thing, right? So where you feel very light force on that round through the loop, you're going to feel some very intense force coming back through. And I definitely noticed it. And Caitlin, one of the first things she said when she got off was, "I saw stars in that loop the second time through, right here." There's a lot more force in that loop right there. And, but that means there's a lot less force on this last one here, so you'll hang out of your seat a little bit on that last of the 6 inversions. How you feeling?
Alright.
You okay? Want to go see if you can get another new credit? All right, let's go. We don't have to go far, do we? Right here. Whoa! And boom! All right, let's go. This ride is called Possessed, and as I pointed out in the last video, there's a really excellent gift shop across the way, not for what it has within it, but because of what it's called. Possessions. So I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about with these seats here and why I'm not able to ride this. So let's go to the test seat.
Do they have one?
Yeah, or at least they did the last time. Oh yeah, I see it. So I can't ride this at Cedar Point either. And we pointed out the last time that the only difference between Possessed and Wicked Twister is that this back spire here is completely vertical, not twisted, as opposed to the front one over here. So we're going.
It's an impulse coaster.
It is. It's an impulse coaster.
It's an intimate impulse coaster.
And that's. Aren't you smart? I don't think I got that kid doing a backflip just now, but I wish I had. What's that?
Was he doing parkour?
I don't know, but I don't know if you saw it in the frame, but that kid just did a backflip right next to us. All right. So there's
a little girl.
This is something. By the way, if you are not fat, I got no problem with you. But this is what you face as a fat person all the time. You need to check and see if you can fit on this ride. And what do you see?
Little kids.
Kids.
Being dicks.
Kids. All over the stupid seats that are intended. Oh, now another one wants to get on it for funsies. Here you go. I'm gonna pass this off to you.
Okay.
So what you have to do is you have to be able to buckle this over here. There's extra small.
Yeah.
Back one here. This is the one that I need, but I'm not gonna be able to do it. Ow!
Careful. Close. Close.
No cigar.
But no cigar.
Yeah.
That's better than it was on Wicked Twister, I think.
Was it?
I think so.
Well, we'll see if somebody can squeeze me into it. It might be a little bit short, but I'll let you know.
Oh, you're gonna try? Okay.
I'll try. I'll come up there with you.
All right, here we go.
Wish us luck. Good news.
Does it fit?
I fit on the ride.
He loved it.
Oh yeah, it was great. So, do you remember when you rode Wicked Twister and you got off it? You remember what you said to me? You said, well, if you had to miss one,
yeah,
that's
the one.
You know what? You lie to me all the time.
What?
All your lies.
I don't think it's that bad.
That was really terrifying.
You also didn't like drop towers for a really long time, so
That's
I can
true.
see why you didn't like this.
That really is true. So check this out. So we rode like in the third, a little bit. I mean, we don't have stabilization on this camera, so everyone will know.
Yeah.
So we don't have, we rode in the third to the last, so we rode in road number 12 over here, right there at the rear, like I said. And so when it launched, I was prepared for it to, to really bolt us out, but it doesn't really do it. Like, it's a pretty gentle launch as far as launches go.
You don't go all the way up the spire the first
Right,
time.
right. Well, yeah, it's got to gain momentum, of course, but I was expecting it to really throw me back in my seat because it looks like it throws you back in your seat. It didn't. But as soon as, like, on the very first shootout, even though we didn't go up all the spire all the way, like, as soon as we started to see the sky kind of twist above me, I went like, oh!
He did the typical Robert. Fucking A! Oh my god!
And the worst part, of course, being at the rear of the train, so here they go. So you can see the sky just kind of starting to twist above you.
Yeah.
And this is the bad part. All the way up. Ah!
Yeah.
Good Lord. Oh my, oh man, you know what I see behind you? Look at it. There's the Zephyr.
Oh, the Zephyr.
Look at it. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Well, depending on how long we stay here tonight, we might have to do that again. But you know what I want to do?
What?
I want to go into possessions. We noticed last time that, I mean, there was plenty of like Dorney Park merchandise, all that sort of thing. I think last time we did note though that their shirts, like this part was found in like 1880 something, and like their shirts would be like Dorney Park 80.
Yeah.
But it didn't note that it was 1880.
History is important.
History is important. Just ask the people on the Zephyr Railroad.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go see what they got. If there's anything good, I'll bring you back on. It's starting. It's starting. So it crosses these just after it begins the journey. So we'll have about 20 minutes before it gets here. This is such a unique and hilariously just a dated ride. I love it so much. Here she is. Ding ding. Isn't she lovely? What's really important?
It was built in the 30s.
What's really important to know about this, yeah, it was built in the 1930s, and this is not a transport ride.
No, it's just one big circle.
It's a loop. That's
you know what I don't hear though?
What's that? You're right, yeah. When we rode this last time, again, metal on metal. It was
bad. It was not good. I mean, it was a humorous experience, but number one, you couldn't understand anything the girl said, and number two, it was just squeaking on itself.
If you can't tell, I loved it. I loved it. I love trains anyway. If you watch our channel, you know that. So the track is really narrow. Of course, the train is tiny. And so you can, yeah, so these are my feet, of course, and that's the space between the tracks there. No, not much. But what's really important about this, though, is just how much fun we had. Between things the park had no control over. That girl that was whining the whole time.
Oh yeah.
The woman who was doing the narration, we could not understand at all.
She had a very thick accent, and there's nothing wrong with that, but
we just couldn't understand her.
We couldn't understand her because the sound system wasn't that great.
Right.
Plus, we had metal squeaking in our ears, so we couldn't hear. Oh, it was bad.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And over here, something that you should know is if you love flat rides, here is the classic whip ride, which we ought to try and get on. There's a monster ride over there too, and there's no one in line for it. We're gonna have to do that. We love flat rides. Me more than her.
I ride them. For you.
All right, let's find out where
This is what compromise is all about, children.
This is what compromise is all about, children.
Now listen to me. Just kidding.
All right, let's figure out what we're gonna do next.
Okay.
Caitlin has never ridden a whip before, and neither have I.
It's
So, if you've ever played the game Crack the Whip with other kids, like they do on Hey Arnold, then you get the idea. Whoa! Whoa! And that's the whole thing. Whoa! So we noticed the maker's mark on these cars. It's WF Mangle.
Mangle. This is not a good
Mangle. Yeah. But the trademark on these cars is only 3 numbers long.
It's definitely old.
Yeah. This ride is good for old. I mean, this park is good for old rides.
Look at the wheels.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Coney Island, New York is what it says on the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Old-timey.
Old-timey. We like history. The ride attendant saw me stop to take a photo of the mark on the side of the cars. So this ride was constructed here in 1920 and has been here ever since.
So you said it's the oldest ride in the park.
It is.
So,
yep, that's what that was. So talk to me about that.
That was fun. That is what it is.
It is. I mean,
so you're like kind of going back and forth along the sides here, and once you hit the curve, you just swing out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it feels so ever-loving slow on the narrow, the straight narrow portion, but
that point right there.
Hence the term whip, of course.
Yeah.
But what a beautiful old ride.
That was great.
Oh man, that was so much fun. If you come out here, we didn't ride this the first time, and I'm sad that we didn't.
Yeah. What a great thing.
There's
currently only one person on the ride right now.
Yeah. Man, what fun.
Yeah.
Good times. The Zephyr is Thunderhawk with a little bit of unrecognizable music in the background and this nice shot right here. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. Right in the face. Awesome. Let's go right. I'm not going to make you read all the signs, but I just wanted to point out here that when it was originally constructed, it was this long out and back design here. that was altered. So the ride, while it was built in 1924, is not the same ride as it was in 1924. It goes out here, and you can see over here in the distance, it actually comes around into more of a figure 8 style. And that's the ride we're gonna ride.
Yep.
Let's go. Steel Force. Well, not the smoothest thing in the world.
Anybody with remotely wide hips, it's not exactly comfortable.
Like me.
I meant myself.
Oh.
Sure, you too.
I mean, a pretty fun ride. You know, I will say this. I don't remember there being so many trim brakes on that baby. I remember there being a lot more airtime on it. So there are some definitely noticeable trims all over that ride. So don't go into Thunderhawk expecting a lot of airtime. You're not gonna get it. Oh well, maybe it's for the best.
But it's old.
Yeah, it's old. It's our oldest roller coaster, and we're gonna try and change that on this trip, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. But that's okay. Six Flags New England, and also if we went to Knoebels. But no worries. We saw one guy riding on Steel Force getting his Zen ride, and Caitlin has yet to get her Zen ride, riding all by herself on the roller coaster. So we're gonna see if we can get one. You ready?
I'm gonna let you come with me.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna let you come with me.
Well, that's nice, but it's up to you. Let's go see if we can get it first, okay? Here we go. Just in case you had any doubts about Thunderhawk being an old-timey ride, look at this scary-ass clown on this old... Look at that. Oh, God. Oh, those kids are all like... Ugh.
Sorry.
No thanks.
I'm looking at local color right now.
Ooh, my favorite color is local.
Yeah. I think that was the guy that was by himself on
Steel
Force. And he was by himself. And he's currently walking down the pathway, talking to himself, having a full-on conversation.
Oh. Colorful indeed.
Yes. Good day, sir.
Let's go. You hear those trims? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Boy, that really slowed you down too. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it makes it less bumpy, makes it less rough, surely, but ah well. Back to Steel Force. All I can really say to you is don't pass judgment on this ride until you ride it up in the front.
Way smoother in the front.
Smoother in the front, and you feel a lot more of the forces. There's a lot of airtime up front. I mean, a lot of no butt contact going on there.
For sure. For sure.
A good hair frazzler. It's okay. We're supposed to have roller coaster here. See?
Yeah. Alright.
Let's go. Oh no.
What?
A little piece of me is sad. It's closed. You don't seem very sad. That's better. Let's see some tears. Let's see some tears.
Can't do that. Sorry.
Oh well. My back was feeling pretty good today, so maybe I should go riding Demon Drop.
After we sat in the car for what, 6 hours?
Yeah.
They have a Cornstalker maze.
Classic Intamin, right? Drop ride first. I believe it is an Intamin, like first series or whatever you call them. Drop rides. Used to have one at Six Flags Over Georgia. This is the one that used to be over, of course, at Cedar Point. Caitlin is looking for some more ducks.
And fish.
Oh, there's some trout.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this is an old-timey thing.
It's an old-timey pond.
1926. Hey ducks, hey fish. I had no idea this was even over here.
Me either. I don't remember from last time.
Yeah, me neither.
But clearly.
Right over here next to the entrance of Cornstalkers. Oh, Caitlin's got a quarter. Time to feed the fish. Oh, something about...
That is.
Oh no, what happened?
I have 4.
Oh no. That's sad. Well, there's lots of fish over here, so they're going to be fighting over it. You ready? Toss them in.
I'm tossing in one.
Okay.
Oh my
Woo.
god. Sorry, Dad. That didn't have quite the effect that the other one did.
Woo! Well, that was money well spent.
Whatever, I dropped that quarter on the bathroom floor earlier, so I don't feel so bad about it.
That'll teach you, Dorney Park.
Well, that was fun.
Oh, this is a nice little area.
I'm so mad.
Oh, by the way, I don't think we actually said this. We didn't get the Zen ride on Steel Force, but it's all right.
I'm sorry, Jack. Don't look at me. I don't have any more.
He blames you. That's why there's no kids over here. You know, it's something that we should make sure that we say. We said it in the last time that we were here, but this is a really nice park. I really like this park. I mean, it is not the top of the chain for Cedar Fair, and you know what? That's fine. I mean, this is not the innovative park. I don't think we're going to see anything.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, little ducky.
Oh, you got some more?
Yeah, I got like a whole handful of that.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, we're going to feed the ducks here for a minute, and we'll pick back up when we get back to the other parts of the park. How's that nondescript music coming along? Pretty good?
That's my youth.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Here comes Hydra. Whoa! Look out.
There's like nobody on it.
Yep. Got a B&M floorless here. And of course, you know, this is a standard floorless roller coaster, except for one element that we touted endlessly in the first time we came here.
A really slow roll.
That's right. What they call a JoJo roll, which is just a heartline roll as you come out of the station. So before you even go up the incline hill, there's an inversion, and plenty.
It's really slow.
Yep, plenty of hang time, right?
Yep.
Want to go ride it?
Yes.
Let's do it. Woo! Yeah, the humidity's getting up. Just so you know, Caitlin, line jumping is not allowed no matter how awesome you are. Look at this guy. We're down here at the exit of Hydra, and they're about to head out into the Heartline Roll, or the JoJo Roll, as they call it here. And you'll see straight down into it. Whoa! Nice and slow. It certainly looks slow, doesn't it? Yeah, it does feel a little bit faster than I remember it being, but I guess because the last time that I encountered this was when I was watching one of our own videos. Caitlin very dutifully Snapchatting over here. And off they go onto over this hill into an overbank turn, round into a heartline twist, and then into a sort of corkscrew heartline twist right here. Cobra roll around, up a little airtime hill over here, and then down into a corkscrew into what?
I'm sorry, I'm just watching you go like this.
Oh. It's the magic of film, sweetheart. It's the magic of the camera. Whoa. Over here into the Cobra roll, which you can see as I talk over this music I don't know at all. I've never heard it before in my life. There we go. Whoa! What's that?
We talked about it last time.
We did. We talked about it last time. But our loyal fans want to hear our opinions. Don't you? Don't you? All right. Well, let's see if the store was closed, I think, last time we were over here. I think it is again. Oh, well. On over here to what's probably going to be our last ride of the night, because it's about 8 o'clock.
Yep,
about
we
time
gotta drive to Boston tomorrow.
Yeah. So, Talon Grip of Fear. Fun inverted, B&M inverted ride.
Yep.
What do you know about this ride? You know when it was put in here?
No.
19, maybe 2000.
I think it's newer than that.
You think so? I don't know. It's not important. What's important about this ride is that we ride it. That's good TV. Let's go.
Bye.
Obviously, we didn't film while we were walking out of the park or after we were done with Talon, but as you can see, we are back in the car after a really successful just couple hours here in the park. What a wonderful park this is. You know, I mean, we are spoiled. We really are spoiled with Busch Gardens in our backyard.
And King's Dominion.
And King's Dominion an hour away.
Excuse me.
But I'll tell you what, if this was my home park, I wouldn't be mad about it. The atmosphere is really lovely. It's a nice place to walk around. There's a solid lineup of rides. There's nothing that's going to absolutely blow your socks off necessarily, but good stuff. I mean, I would recommend that if you are in the area and you got yourself a Cedar Fair pass, come on, stop on by. Definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, we're here because we're like, well, we're going to be passing by. Let's just go back to Dorney. And
it's halfway between Williamsburg and Boston, so there you go.
Yeah, how convenient. If you have any questions about the park, or if you have any comments about a video, make sure you leave them down below. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you know when we post again. Also, we are very active on Instagram at Off the Tracks Reviews, Facebook at the same name, and always on Snapchat at Off the Tracks Rev.
And Yelp when we're looking for a place to eat
and
dinner.
Yelp when it's 8:42 p.m. and we're looking for a place to get something to eat before we go back to the hotel.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Well, we're going to sign off. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you very soon, because after we get done with this wedding up in Boston, we're heading to Hershey Park.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Bye.